What is influencer marketing?
Today, I'm going to unpack one of the most popular influencer marketing videos on the internet, and I'm going to jam-pack much more details about different strategies with influencer marketing, different ways you could collaborate with influencers to grow your business and sales and your awareness on Instagram and TikTok.
That being said, don't underestimate the power that smaller influencers can have, especially when they are super tapped into their community.
Influencers with tens of millions of followers. A lot of times, micro-influencers, people with 5 to 10,000, 10 to 20,000 followers on these platforms have much more influence on their audience, and they are much cheaper and easier to work with. Whereas, over and over in my experience, when I have worked with e-commerce companies, startups, apps, people may not necessarily get the results that they like with super mega influencers. And this is a proven fact that micro influencers have 47% more traction putting products in front of their audience.
So as a brand, how can you get started working with influencers?
Influencers are either very good and talented content creators or content promoters, or both. So it depends on your product, the type of persona. You need to have clear objectives on what type of influencers you're going to approach, on which mainstream social media platform, how you're going to collaborate with them. Are you going to ask them to unpack your product and review it? Are you going to ask them to use them and take selfies, or use your content and promote it on their different type of social media platforms? Or you're going to invite them to your location and get them to have a tour of your experience of your product or service, whatever.
She teamed up with this super influencer. Her name is Jess Hunt, and together they created a new makeup brand called Refy. They didn't even know each other before that, but they connected and went into business together and built the entire business off the back of Jess's success as an influencer and Jenna's business savviness.
But this is exactly what I was trying to emphasize in the previous video. There are many ways you could stretch this collaboration out too. For example, you can build a business from scratch with influencers. You could constantly work with influencers, or certain number of influencers that you got the best results from, and create content, get shout outs, get promotions, go live with them, ask them to collaborate with you on giveaways. You could ask them to help you with the rollout of your new product lines. Come to, as I said, like in the previous video, you could invite them to your location, to your restaurant, to your hotel or resort, to have a tour of your hotel and explain all the features of your resort or hotel to their audience for their next destination. They can take selfies with your product. They can open up and unpack your product and explain how it works.
Let me answer this question that I'm sure all of you guys are having. Do you need to pay influencers to work with them?
I would say yes and no, and it very much depends on the nature of your product, its price, and what your objectives are with influencers in terms of their size. Are you looking for micro or macro influencers or mega? And also, are you looking for influencers in all niches, or your niche, so your product and influencer niche are in line? Remember that if you're coming to this channel for an absolute success, you have to open your mind that there are hundreds of millions of global brands and businesses, from emerging e-commerce to startups to fashion and modeling brands and local businesses that are looking to work with these influencers. At a influencer.com marketplace alone, at any time, there are 70,000 brands who are looking to work with these influencers. So there is not shortage of branded partnerships for influencers. So you have to go and stand out in this market. You have to have an offering that is lucrative to them. In all honesty, they are here to monetize their audience and their channel, and they understand the value of it. And you have to have an offering that is lucrative.
Sometimes I hear business owners are getting frustrated because you might want to send them a product in exchange for a free shout out, but an influencer might be like, sorry, no, I can't do it for free. Like, here's my rate. You know what I mean? So what do you do if an influencer won't do a shout out in exchange for a product?
In most cases, these type of influencers are actually very valuable and they know the value of the most effective channel that they own. Influencer marketing, or word of mouth on a steroid, is the channel that they have access to, and they already have the audience that you most likely want. They know the value and you have to appreciate that value as well. So here is the tip that most influencer campaigns fail because most brands don't know how to get started with that part. You need to have a perfect insight into past and current status of these influencers, their past collaborations with other brands, their demographics and their analytics, and understanding their audience are from which countries, what age, what interests, and what type of reviews or ratings other brands give these influencers after they work with them, or what type of content they created for them. So basically, working with influencers requires two types of insights. One is their audience demographics and analytics. The other one is their past collaborations track record. Now the question that most people have is where to get these insights. Platforms like A-Influencer Marketplace, A-Influencer.com are DIY end-to-end marketplaces, and they're free for both sides of the marketplace, brands and businesses, with influencers to connect and exchange the data and get paid and streamline their workflow for their collaborations. Basically, on A-Influencer, you could see on the profile of these influencers the screenshots from their Instagram analytic dashboard or TikTok, the screenshots from their audience demographics, including countries, cities, and their growth, and a lot of statistics. And if they are not, with one click you can request them. This has been meant for brands to quickly get this type of insights and influencers to upload those for brands. On the other hand, also because of the nature of the marketplace, you could see their past collaborations with other brands, their reviews and ratings, and it's quite transparent in the sense that you could see exactly even how much the influencers were paid by other brands and what type of content even they created for them.
But what if influencers are just completely ghosting you left, right, and center? What if they just don't want to work with your brand and you just can't figure out why?
It's good to know that influencers at any given time probably get thousands of messages from brands, businesses that they are interested to collaborate with them on their products. Either you have to pay them money, they have built this audience to monetize it the same way that you are building an audience for your business to monetize it with your product, or they have to actually see that their values are in line with the values that you are creating and the mission that you have. If they see that these two things are in line, they get more excited to work with you and understand your situation, and that your business is just getting off the ground, or you're a startup and just getting started, and they would probably partner with you for long term, not necessarily a quick buck to make. So it's your job to pitch to them in the most compelling way to win and stand out in the market among all other brands who are pitching to them to work with you. Otherwise, if you have no time, no patience to write and pitch to them in your messages to win their favor and their mind and hearts, don't try it.
Holistically, running an influencer program will cost you money up front, and you're going to want a budget for that, especially as an entrepreneur. Now, if you're an employee and your boss is expecting you to develop an influencer program for free, you can give him or her this face. I'm literally just trying to raise my eyebrow. I can't do the one eyebrow. You go right ahead and tell them that Michelle said, that I said, that it is not realistic. And you're gonna need budget, okay? Don't let them try to peer pressure you. Running an influencer program is never gonna be.
You could reduce some costs, like don't pay for any platform that you're going to use to discover and search influencers, communicate with them, and close deals with them, such as A-Influencer.com, that is entirely 100% free platform. You could also reduce the cost by giving the influencers product and also giving them the upsell when they sell products in the form of affiliate marketing or revenue share.
How effective is influencer marketing really? So as a business owner, it can feel really scary to invest money in sending products to influencers or even paying them outright. So I definitely get why you'd want to know how effective influencer marketing is before even going into it.
I would highly emphasize that it is as effective as your strategy and your mindset and your knowledge. Basically, you could burn out all your money without any results, or you could 10x your traction with influence.
Extremely successful influencer programs making 10 times their money. So in short, yes, influencer marketing is extremely effective, but it has to be with the right strategy.
The short way to be successful with influencers is to have a clear campaign. When you have a clear campaign, not only you pitch your product very well to influencers to attract them, but also you know all the details of your expectations from them. Basically, you better know what type of influencers you're looking to work with, influencers from which countries, what gender you want to work with, how much you are willing to spend based on their audience or their creativity, what type of products you're going to send to them, what type of content, most importantly, what type of content you're expecting them to create for you, and how they're going to publish them, what are they going to put the link to your product, and also how they're going to tag you, how they're going to drive traffic to you, how much revenue share you're going to give them, how you're going to create the links for that revenue share or affiliate marketing, or give them coupon codes, and how much their audience is going to get the discount from that coupon code, and how much they're going to get the revenue share from that coupon code that is selling. You should be able to track all of these influencers' efforts, and in terms of sales and traffic and expenditure, so that you could have a clear understanding of your ROI. To do that, usually any sort of manual works tend to fail you so miserably, based on my experience. And that's why tools such as A-Influencer can come handy to streamline the entire process from the A to Z for you, without you worrying too much about what's going on with tens or hundreds of influencers that you're working on TikTok based on the criteria that you're looking for. Also, you can have all your communications with influencers in one place, and you can basically sort them out based on different criteria that you have. You could add them to your favorite list, and later see all your favorite influencers that you want to work with. And then you have a direct communications with each and every one of these influencers in a way that you could be very much organized in terms of payments, pricings, and looking at their audience demographic, and a lot more stuff that you can do here before you get too overwhelmed or inundated with the tab. In my experience, most solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, and especially emerging and early e-commerce businesses, they always ask this question, that what type of collaborations I should do with Instagram or TikTok influencers, or even YouTube and LinkedIn influencers, when it comes to collaborating with. The short answer to this question is that you focus on short form videos called Reels on Instagram and TikToks on TikTok. Behind this type of videos and posts is interest-based, and tend to get your content to reach millions of people quickly and forever. And so your reach gonna expand while your awareness grows phenomenally, versus those other type of content such as stories and feed that they tend to die after 24 hours, and mainly they get served to your 20% of your followers. They are very limited. Instagram and TikTok are in war to grow these short form videos and get them the most exciting reach and engagement. Now let's see what type of collaborations you can do with influencers. The list of type of collaborations are sponsored posts, product reviews, giveaways and contests, affiliate marketing and ambassadorships, collaborative content, events and appearances, influencer takeovers, sponsored challenges and hashtags, custom collaborations, affiliate link in content, consulting and advisory roles. Please follow my channel on Instagram, ainfluencer.official, and all other places, YouTube, LinkedIn, and make sure you tune in for these episodes.